Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKAKWADASH. The bonus to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Um, sheesh, man, where do I even begin with this? How is the rapture going? It's currently 4:48 p.m. In the evening. It's currently September 23rd. I've been hearing, little inklings about this. I think for the past month now, and the younger brother of Pathar actually brought it up again last camp, and I just remembered, and I saw Elder Karatas Abba do a video. The head here in Baltimore, I saw him do a video on, I guess, this situation because you got Christians selling everything. Number one, if there is a rapture, I'm not understanding why would you sell everything if there's a rapture? Should you just leave it? It's not going with you. Your money's not going with you. You know what I mean? I mean, if I don't get it, right? But how's it going though? Right? I mean, for all you Christians out there that supposedly are faithful, right? How's it going for you? Right? You sold everything. You wake up tomorrow morning and it's just like, whoa, what happened? Right? So, this is a Reddit post. It says, why are people saying the rapture will definitely happen September 23rd? Right? So, and this was a post put up by, put up 1 month ago. Right? And, apparently, I saw another article. Apparently, it came from an African pastor. I don't know, man. It's a South African pastor. I have no idea, man. So I'll read a little bit of this, and the comments are kind of funny. I've heard almost every Christian creator online say that they are almost 100% certain that the rapture is going to happen on September 23rd this year. He says, I brought up the no one knows the day or the hour argument until someone said that the verse was taken out of context. Yeah, you're going to, if you get Christians, like for example, like they'll say it's allegory or it's taken out of context. We get that all the time, right? And they never go into it as to how it's taken out of context, right? And if they do, it's completely invalid, right? So, just like I've had a comment not too long ago on, I believe it was Proverbs, or was it Psalm? Yeah, I believe it was Proverbs that went into the woman. I'd rather dwell on the housetop to deal with a brawling woman in a house, right? Somebody told me, or it was something on the lines of that. I can't quite remember if it was that scripture, but it was one of those scriptures. I believe it was that, and he said it was allegory. It's not exactly talking about a woman. You're going to get a lot of those arguments because number one, a lot of these people haven't sat down and studied the Bible. Let me show you something real quick. So they say it's going to happen on today, right? September 23rd, 2025, right? I got news for you, man. The time zone here, right? You're going Salakia. You're going based off the time zone here. The time zone here is not the Lord's time, right? And right now, and we are always on the Lord's time, right? Even Jesus, right? The one the world calls Jesus, YAHAWASHI, he doesn't even know when when his father is going to send him back to deliver, right? For anybody that believes in that rapture stuff, right? But let's go. Where is that scripture at? Here we go. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord is 1,000 years, and and 1,000 years is one day. So when you count 500 years, 500 years to us is not even a full day to the Lord. And why? Is because you're dealing with dimensions. It only makes sense to God is the ultimate scientist, right? I don't know why people try to separate science from the Bible. There's science that you got to separate from. Dogs coming from rocks and stuff like that. That's just ridiculous, right? Us coming from monkeys and apes and stuff like that. Again, that's ridiculous. Humans and apes are completely different, man. Humans and monkeys are completely two different species, man. All right. So this right. So you have uh, 1,000 years to us. So 365 days to the Lord. 1 year. 1 year to the Lord is 365 years to us. Right? The time zone is way different. You cannot pinpoint a time. This is just like that year 2000 prophecy, right? You can't pinpoint a time, right? That the Lord is going to come back. You're listening to a South African pastor. What do they got going on down there in South Africa, man? They got all kinds of craziness going on down there in South Africa. You're listening to somebody like that. You know, this comes to show that how low level you Christians are, man. How low level you people are in general, man. You know, the internet pushes out something and you just go with it. You just go with it. No wonder the internet has dumbed everybody down, man. Because they just go with it. Media control. You watch Superman, you know, I'm sure everybody watch Superman. What's the main character in the movie? The media. The media are the characters, the main characters, the people. The people is the main character, pretty much. They control the narrative. One moment, the media pushes out something about Superman. Everybody hates Superman. His life is over. His time on Earth is over. The next moment, everybody's turning against Lex Luthor, right? So now his career is over. It's the media. And you people believe it. You Christians that are supposedly about faith, well, where is your wisdom? Where's your common sense? Yeah, the Lord did give us a form of common sense. I mean, come on, man. All you people out there that free thinking stuff, we don't believe in free thinking, you know. But honestly, the Lord still gave you a brain to think with. Not, you know, what we mean by we don't believe in free thinking is you just, you know, you're guided, pretty much. You are like the man's goings of the Lord. So let's say you so happen to stumble across something. Well, that was the Lord right there, right? So that's what we mean by we don't really believe in free thinking. But honestly, He still gave you a sense of you know, a thing of common sense, right? Is to think a little bit. Like, hold on, right? So, what is this? The rapture. Somebody said so on September 24th. Make sure you unsubscribe from every Christian content creator who said such a thing. Good idea, right? Good idea. You know what? When midnight hits, since everybody says that midnight is the next day, when midnight hits, 12 a.m. hits, right? So unsubscribe, right? Don't pay attention to the social media charlatans. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know if that's a good idea telling people that, because you know they're just going to do it anyway. You're just wasting your breath, right? You say, you know what qualification online creators have? It just means they own a camera, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. The comments are actually funny. I don't mind looking at comment boards like this, right? Yep, there we go. Somebody hit it. Sadly, this was the way some pastor in my country scammed a lot of people, telling them to date and making them believe that given that they were that they would not need any material or material possessions anymore. It says God will see good if they donated everything to His church. There we go. It says the date came and went, and the guy just disappeared. Yeah. So my question is, where's this South African pastor, right? And do you want to know who's mainly following that thread? You guessed it, man. You guessed it. Jake. So-called black people, man. So-called black people are the biggest followers on the planet. They go with anything, man. No wonder TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and all these other social media platforms, they control people, man. They control the mind. They really, really do. Something like this whole the COVID thing, the whole C virus thing, right? Everybody said it was fake. You had all these people get on the comment board, get on the internet. It's fake. It's fake. What happened? COVID parties happened, and everybody started getting it. People in my own goddamn household had it. Brothers actually died from it, right? We've had brothers in the camp which ain't here no more. We had brothers in the camp that had a problem with us wearing masks out there, man, because we was being smart. What happened? Everybody said it was fake, and everybody started getting it, and a lot of people died from it. Are the numbers, accurate? We believe that they accelerated the number, but I think it came to a point in time where they didn't need to anymore. As far as the number of deaths, I think it came to a point in time where they didn't need to do it anymore. At the beginning, yeah, it was hype, right? But as media kept saying, yeah, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. What happened? More and more and more people started getting it. Then what happened? Just big explosion happened, and then next thing you know, every time you turn around, this person had it, this person had it, this person had it. Everybody that I talked to so far, damn near had it. I probably did. Right? But that's because the media, right? The media has pushed it out, and they know that people are going to. This makes sense how people are going to follow the mark of the beast, right? It only makes sense, right? So I was on the fence of getting this scripture because do I dare call this wisdom, even wisdom of this world? I don't know, but I guess you can. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 19. It says the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. Yeah. If that's called wisdom, I'm not sure, but either way, it just summed it all up. It's stupidity, right? It says, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, right? So, the wisdom of this world is absolutely just horrendous. And the fact that Christians, who are pretty much the main ones that like coming against us, follow after that. I'm not understanding where Vocab Malone is at with this, right? Why are you not telling your followers about this? And I don't look at his channel. He probably has. I don't know. Right? But I'm sure he hasn't, but his main focus is Hebrew, is he called Hebrew Israel, it's like a Hebrew Israelism, right? As he calls it. Instead, what you need to do is you need to get on your congregation of Christians, Christian idiots, right? And tell them what is your purpose of believing that the rapture is coming in on September 23rd, today. Right? I mean, honestly, when I woke up this morning, I completely forgot it. And I'm like, what is this? Right? Let me tell you when deliverance is more than likely to happen. You can't pinpoint a day. You can't pinpoint a date, but I'm going to tell you when deliverance is more than likely going to happen. We'll read it actually, but let's get something. Right? Ephesians chapter 4 verse 14. It says, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine. Man, it says, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. I'm not going to lie to you, man. This was probably one of the most difficult videos to get together, because it's just like, this is getting dumber and dumber by the day, really. And it's getting to the point like, what am I going to say about this? Like, eventually I was going to do another video, but I was like, nah, I can work with this, right? You can't this rapture thing. You're not going to escape the hell that's getting ready to come on this earth. That's the thing. And it sounds like that's what you're trying to do. You're not going to escape the hell that's getting ready to come on this earth. Okay? All hell has to break loose, by the way. I mean, that's in prophecy. That's one thing you Christians lack, is prophecy. Things have to happen. And as you see, things is going the way it always went. Sure, things are getting worse, but hell hasn't even broken loose yet. A lot of you aren't even ready for a rapture. and the thing is, you're selling things, right? Thinking that you're going to be delivered. Like, oh yeah, I'm the one. You Christians got a lot of pride, man. But you're a bunch of cowards, man. You're not going to escape. Okay? Your faith, nobody's faith has even been tested yet. Things ain't even happened yet. And you're ready for a rapture? You can say, well, we can always say, yeah, we ready to get up out of here, man. Yeah, it's all hell. Well, technically, no, we're not ready. The Lord is going to let us know when we're ready. And I'm going to let you know that around the time, let's get two scriptures. Before we even get to the one I was thinking of first, this hasn't even happened yet. It's starting to, but this hasn't even happened yet. I'm talking about on a full scale level, right? Matthew 24:6, it says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Look at this, man, right? This last part. The end is not yet. So right now, we're currently in this, right? Wars, rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, right? But the end is not yet. Your so-called rapture, right? Your so-called rapture, it ain't happening yet. We still got a long way to go. Well, hopefully not a really long way to go, but we still got some ways to go, man, before you can even think about a rapture. All right? Verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, you could say this is happening right now, which it is, but what happens when it gets on a higher scale level? What happens when World War III really kicks off? Because there's no longer a what if thing. It's when it does. See, these things hadn't even happened yet. But you're ready. But you're ready. You're selling things like you're going to get out of here. You ain't escaping, man. You're not escaping. Okay, it says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So really, man, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. September 23rd, 2025, a rapture. Man, who do you think you are? And like I said, you're selling things. The Christians sitting up here selling everything they own like they're the ones that's going to get delivered. You don't know shit, man. And you got to excuse the language, but man, you don't know shit. Right? Let's get one more. Now we're going to let you know right around. Now this hasn't happened yet. Right around the time where you could expect this. That is if you're still alive at that point. Right? Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Right around this time, then we can talk about so-called, right? Well, we ain't talk about no rapture, but for you Christians, Well, then we could talk about. Then you could talk about a so-called rapture. But the mark of the beast ain't even been implemented yet, man. It's here, but it ain't even been mandated yet, right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of his name, or it's like or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, right? This hasn't happened yet, right? What you're trying to do is you're skipping over everything and say, "Ha, I'm saved, I'm delivered." Man, hell no, 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 right? Because a lot of y'all going to take this. By the way, you could forget about a so-called rapture if you take this, man. You can forget about it. Revelation 14:9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, right, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand or anywhere else, right, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment is sent up forever and ever. And they that they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name." There we go. The mark of the beast ain't even happened yet. All right. There's a lot of prophets. There's quite a few things that haven't happened yet. One of the things is full on famine of the word. That ain't happened yet. We're still able to go out there on the highways and on the hedges and pretty much say what we want to say. But there's getting ready to come upon a time where that's not going to happen. Amos 8 explains that, right? Amos 8:11. It explains that. A famine of the word, you're not going to be able to post videos. We ain't going to be able to do none of that. That hasn't happened yet. Once you understand prophecy, you'll understand that this whole you won't even barely pay this any mind. The only reason I'm doing this video is to just show you that, which I don't have to show you anything really, right? But just going back to all these scriptures, just to show you how easy it is to get people to be carried about every wind of doctrine. Let's go back to that. I think that was Ephesians 4. How easy it is to get people influenced to be carried about every wind of doctrine, man. It's absolutely insane. It's really, really ridiculous, right? So my question to you people is 5:11 right now p.m. in the evening. How's the rapture going? Right? I guess everybody's gonna be up all night. You know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Right? Like I said, you're not gonna escape it. You know. You're not gonna escape the hell that's getting ready to come upon the world. This is what it is. And really, you're getting ready to go into more hell if you decided to sell everything for, like I said, for whatever reason. The rapture, you're not taking your things with you. What if your children don't get raptured up? leave them something. I don't know. Anyway, giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, without Shalom.